The restoration of harmony. With Lord Aemon defeated, the storm that had ravaged Winzyland was finally quelled, and the skies slowly cleared. The air grew warmer and fresher, and the wind, once wild and uncontrolled, calmed into a soft breeze. Elizabeth stood at the edge of the castle, watching as the kingdom below her began to heal. The people of Winzyland gathered in the village square to celebrate, their laughter echoing through the streets. There was a sense of renewal, a feeling of hope that had been missing for a long time. Elizabeth's heart swelled with pride as she realized that, through all the trials, she had not only saved the kingdom, but had rediscovered the true meaning of the magic she had been entrusted with. As the days passed, Elizabeth worked alongside the people of Winzyland to restore the kingdom to its former glory. She used her newfound magic to help the farmers water their crops, to guide the travelers lost in the forest, and to mend the broken trees that had been ravaged by the storm. With each act of kindness, Elizabeth grew stronger, her connection to the elements deepening with every passing day. One evening, as she stood on the balcony of the castle, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Alden came to join her. He had always been by her side, but now there was a deeper understanding between them, an unspoken bond forged in the trials they had faced together. "You've done it, Elizabeth," Alden said softly. "The kingdom is safe, and you've brought peace to Winzyland. I'm so proud of you." Elizabeth smiled, her heart warm with gratitude. "I couldn't have done it without you, Alden. You were there when I needed you the most. This magic, it's not just mine. It belongs to all of us, and I will continue to use it to protect our people." Alden placed a hand on her shoulder. "And you will be a wise and fair ruler, Elizabeth. But don't forget to take time for yourself. You've carried so much, and the people love you for it." Elizabeth nodded, knowing in her heart that the journey had only just begun. She had learned that leadership was not just about wielding power, but about understanding and serving those around her. With the feather of the Aeryn now an integral part of her life, Elizabeth felt a responsibility to ensure that the magic would never again be misused. One fateful day, as Elizabeth wandered through the forest to visit the ancient oak tree where she had first discovered the magical feathers, she felt an eerie sense of unease. The winds shifted suddenly, a sharp gust that seemed to carry an unfamiliar energy. She paused, her heart quickening. The trees around her swayed unnaturally, their leaves rustling in a language she didn't understand. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw a shadow dart between the trunks. Her instincts flared, and she followed it, heart racing. "Who's there?" Elizabeth called out, her voice steady. A figure emerged from behind the trees. It was a woman, tall and cloaked in dark robes that seemed to absorb the light around her. Her hair was black as night, and her eyes, piercing and cold, shone with a strange intensity. "I was wondering when you would come, Princess Elizabeth," the woman said, her voice smooth and hypnotic. Elizabeth's hand instinctively moved to the feather tucked in her pocket, but the woman raised her hand, and the wind suddenly stilled, as though it had been frozen in time. "I am Morgana," the woman said, her smile cold and predatory. "And I have come to claim the power of the Aeryn. The magic belongs to me now." Elizabeth's heart skipped a beat. "You are mistaken," she said firmly. "The magic does not belong to anyone. It belongs to the world, to the kingdom. I will not let you use it for your own selfish gain." Morgana laughed, a sound that sent shivers down Elizabeth's spine. "You think you can stop me? You are nothing but a child, playing with forces beyond your understanding. The Aeryn's magic is too powerful for you to control." Elizabeth stood tall, her resolve unwavering. "I won't let you corrupt it, Morgana. You will never have control over the Aeryn." With a flick of Morgana's wrist, the wind around them howled to life again, and the trees groaned as if in pain. The ground beneath Elizabeth's feet trembled, and dark clouds swirled overhead. Elizabeth closed her eyes, reaching deep within herself to summon the magic of the feather. But this time, she knew she could not rely solely on the wind or the elements. She needed to trust in the people she loved, the people of Winzyland, and in the lessons she had learned. With a deep breath, she whispered words of unity, calling upon the harmony that had brought her strength in the past. As the words left her lips, the winds calmed, the earth settled, and the dark clouds began to break apart, revealing the clear sky once again. Morgana's eyes narrowed in disbelief. "No, you should have fallen to me." Elizabeth held the feather high, feeling the strength of the Aeryn,